Mga higala, kumusta? Nahibalik na punta ni ato ang tulumanon panglantaw sa kagabhion. Pipila kagabi mga igsoon, wala ta makapahigayon sa ato ang live. Gumikan kay naunsa baning San Miguel City. Nga, kada gabi magyud mawala ang signal sa smart. Nga, kini inyong igsoon naggamit og smart. Ngabot unsay hinungdan. Nga pipila kagabi kanunay magyong mawala ang signal sa internet diri sa ato ang lugar sa San Miguel, Zamboanga del Sur. So karon nahibalik na ang internet. So padayon ta sa ato ang matagabi nga obligasyon ang paghatag og lingaw-lingaw, paghatag og insaktong impormasyon, pag-edukar sa ato ang mga kababayan, dili lang dinhi sa ato ang lugar sa Zamboanga del Sur, kundi sa tibok nasod Pilipinas o sa laing nasod nga makakita, mga naasa laing nasod nga makakita ni ato ang live. Kini inyong igsuon nagpadayon sa paghatag og impormasyon, edukasyon kanato sa buot maminaw matanaw ani ato ang programa panglantaw sa kagabhion. Pero sa dili pa nato sugdan ang ato ang panaghisgot, ato sang i-shout out ang ato ang mga likers, mga nag-heart sa ato ang panglantaw sa kagabhion episode ni adtong January 18. So January 18 pa no. So si kawala ning ato ang internet dinhi sa San Miguel. So atong gi-shout out Johnny Di Samonte, Lilian Martinez Tubigon, simpre ako aning alalay no sa balay. Pastor Yung Monleon Makigangay Jr. of Sayo Christian Fellowship, Ma'am Marilo P. Faustino, MG Ziz, Arlita Labaho Tubigon, ako ang mama diha sa Bambong Dako, Ramon Magsaysay, Zamboanga del Sur. So, kumusta mong mga taga Bambong Dako? Diha ko atong Domingo, iduaw ko diha, no? Okay lang ang Bambong Dako, pero ang dalan bitaw diha, no? Kaya wapagid masiminto, hinapunta nga, masiminto na ng dalan diha sa Bambong Dako, kaya aron nindot na gid ang pag-agi sa mga sakyanan diha og naay mo anha. So kumusta tanan mga tigpaminaw o tigtan-aw ni natong programa? Salamat sa Ginoo nakabalik na gyud ta, no? Ang ato ang topic this evening, tonight, I want to begin with a thought that is uncomfortable but necessary, especially in our time. We are living in an age where what people feel often matters more than what actually happens. Where perception travels faster than facts. Where noise outruns numbers. Where outrage is rewarded and quiet work is ignored. This is not just a political problem. This is a cultural problem. And unless we face it honestly, we will continue to misjudge leaders, misunderstand progress, and mistake drama for direction. Kusog kaayo ang saba, pero hinay kaayo tan-awon ang buhat. Let us be clear from the start. Perception is not reality, but perception can shape reality if left unchecked. Performance, on the other hand, is slow, boring, measurable, and often invisible. Performance does not trend easily. Performance does not scream. Performance does not always explain itself. It simply works day after day, whether people clap or not. And this is where many nations, including ours, struggle. In leadership, perception is about how things look. Performance is about what things actually do. Perception is built by headlines, sound bites, viral posts, and selective narratives. Performance is built by policies implemented, budgets executed, systems stabilized, and institutions strengthened. Daghan kaayo karon ang maayo mo istorya kung unsay sayo. Apan, gamay ra ang mutan-aw kung unsay na usab. The danger comes when a nation begins to judge leadership purely by perception. Because perception can be manufactured. It can be exaggerated. It can be weaponized. But performance cannot be faked forever. Results either slow or they don't. The Bible already warned us about this centuries ago. In 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 7 it says, "Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." In modern terms, people look at optics, but truth looks at substance. Today, many people form opinions based on clips, captions, and commentary without studying context, data, or long-term impact. A single mistake becomes a scandal. A single delay becomes incompetence. A single rumor becomes a verdict. Sa to pa, usa ka sayop, murag tibuok kinabuhi na dayon ang gihukman. But governance does not work like social media. Nations are not run by likes and shares. Economies are not fixed by hashtags. Education system are not healed by viral outrage. Governance is slow, technical, and deeply complex. This is why serious leadership is often misunderstood. Let me say this clearly. A leader who focuses on performance will often lose the perception, war, at least temporarily. Because performance requires patience. It requires discipline. It requires choosing long-term stability over short-term applause. Jesus himself experienced this. He was misunderstood, misrepresented, and rejected, not because he failed, but because he refused to perform for the crowd. In Matthew chapter 12, verse 38 to 39, people demanded signs, spectacle, proof, entertainment. But Jesus did not govern by performance art. He governed by truth. Wala siya nagpa-impress, nagluwas siya. Now let us bring this closer to home. In our country today, perception is often driven by political loyalty, ideological camps, and online echo chambers. People do not ask, is this policy working? They ask, is this coming from my side? If yes, they defend it blindly. If no, they attack it endlessly. This is not citizenship. This is tribalism. Performance, however, does not belong to any camp. A road either gets built or it doesn't. Inflation either slows or it doesn't. Jobs either return or they don't. Schools either function or they don't. They are measurable realities, not opinions. Daghan kaayo ang kusog mo ingon, palpak. Apan kung pangutanon, unsa man gyud ang sukdanan. Or sa unsang paagi siya makaingon nga palpak. This where maturity comes in. A mature citizen separates emotion from evaluation. A mature nation learns to critique without destroying. A mature democracy understands that performance must be assessed over time, not overnight. In Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 8, we are reminded, the end of a matter is better than its beginning, and patience is better than pride. But patience is unpopular today. People want instant results and instant outrage. When leaders do not satisfy emotional expectation, perception turns hostile. Even when performance indicators improve quietly in the background. Kung dili makita dayon, giingon dayon nga wala. Gusto nila instant. Dali-dali. Mao sa panahon nga sa administrasyon nga gidali-dali ang tanan, nakalimtan ang gitawag og due process. Sa panahon nga administrasyon nga gidali-dali ang paghukom, nga walay husay, walay hearing, nakalimtan ang katungod nga giingon human rights. Let us also talk about accountability, because this is important. Performance does not mean immunity. Results do not excuse wrongdoing. But accountability must be anchored in facts, process, and institutions, not perception-driven anger. Romans chapter 13 reminds us that authority exists within order. That means criticism must also operate within order. Otherwise, we do not correct leadership. We destabilize it. There is a difference between demanding accountability and feeding chaos. Performance thrives in stability. Constant political noise discourages long-term planning. Every policy becomes controversial. Every reform becomes suspect. Every leader becomes temporary. And when leadership becomes temporary, no one invests in deep reform. Daghan kayo karon ang gusto og change, apan dili gusto og panahon. Let us be honest as well. Perception often punishes seriousness. Leaders who speak carefully are labeled weak. Leaders who avoid drama are labeled disconnected. Leaders who respect institutions are labeled slow. Meanwhile, those who shout loudly, even irresponsibly, are seen as strong. Katong leader bitaw nga kusog kay magngaw-ngaw ingnon day nilang strong. Ang leader nga naghilom-hilom pero nagtrabaho, ingnon nila weak leader. But Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2 reminds us, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked rule, the people groan. Rejoicing does not always come from noise. Sometimes it comes from quiet order. Performance is not glamorous. It is repetitive. It is administrative. It is procedural. It is often thankless. But it is what builds nations. Sa katapusan, perception fades, but performance remains. Years from now, history will not ask who trended. It will ask who stabilized. It will not ask who shouted the loudest. It will ask who governed wisely. It will not ask who pleased the crowd, but it will ask who protected the future. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 7 verse 20, by their fruits you will recognize them. Not by their optics, not by their branding, not by their critics, but by their fruits. So tonight, as citizens, let us learn to pause. Let us learn to measure. Let us learn to distinguish between noise and numbers, between outrage and outcomes, between perception and performance. Ayaw tanawa ang kasaba, tanawa ang resulta. This is not about defending personalities. This is about defending standards. Not about silencing criticism, but about elevating judgment. Not about blind support, but about informed citizenship. Because nation that judges only by perception will always be unstable. But a nation that values performance, even when imperfect, has a future. Kini ang panglantaw sa kagabhion diin ang kahayag nagadanag bisan pa sa kangitngit. Kini inyong igsoon, higala ug alagad, Jeremias Labaho Tubigon, sa makausap pa mo ingon, nga sa atong pagpangandoy ug matarong nga katilingban, ang kamatuoran gayud ang atong suga. Ug sa kangitngit sa kasaysayan, ang tinud-anay nga pamunuan ang labing hayag nga paglaom. Kaninyong tanan nga nagtanaw karon shout out ro kay Verbo Pascua, Lilian Martinez Tubigon, ug sa tanan nga wala mag-appear sa ato ang screen, ang Dios magapanalangin